Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena for tonight's Iron Range Conference and Section 7A matchup between the Greenway Raiders and the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players of the season ahead and to have fun. And tonight's game is also brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth. They offer casual family dining and a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rink Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today. And doing your play-by-play commentary for tonight's matchup between Hibbing Chisholm and Greenway is Randy, who just got back from Tampa Bay, Florida, from the Outback Bowl. He had to fly out early this morning and drive all the way from the cities. And here he is at the game, doing your play-by-play.
Yeah, it was an early morning start, Blake. Woke up at 2:15 and at the airport a little bit after 3 this morning. Flight left at 5:15, so it was a early flight out of Tampa this morning. And back in the saddle again here at the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena for this matchup between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm. Should be a fun one here tonight, Blake.
Yeah, it should be. Hibbing Chisholm still looking for their first win of the season. You know, they got to get one sometime here, and you know it's a tough opponent in Greenway tonight. Greenway does have some players missing, so you know it could be an advantage for Hibbing. But you know it could be a pretty interesting game here tonight at the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena.
Right. Yeah. Certainly with the Raiders, with the players out of the lineup, some key players missing from their lineup here tonight, and but they still have Ben Trombley still on their team, so and he's ready to go here tonight. And then of course Trbojevic, who's been playing solid this year as well. They've been good, getting good goaltending from Logan Wright as well. So a lot of players have really stepped up. Some of the players that don't get as much playing time have stepped up into the role of getting more time on the ice, and have done okay for the Raiders. Like on Saturday, they held their own against Warno. So should be a fun game here tonight.
And Greenway does have a short bench for tonight's game. 12 players on the ice here for starting lineups. We saw 10 on the ice for warm-ups, so they definitely have a short bench with Bodie Jorgensen out and Mitchell Vekic, and then another player, Nicholas Miskovic. He's out for the season, so you know they've been pretty beat up here so far, but I think they'll be just fine. Like you said, they have some other players stepping up this year.
Yeah, certainly having those players out of the lineup could be a factor here tonight. We'll see with the short bench for the Raiders to see if that makes a difference tonight or not. But they're used to playing with a short bench. I mean, last year they had about 11 or 12 players that played majority of the time, so they're used to that. They're used to that kind of over in Coleraine.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like in youth hockey, they played on teams with 8 or 9 skaters, so they're definitely used to this, and they'll have no issue tonight.
So the starting lineups are coming your way here, and we'll let Dan introduce the starting lineups here for tonight's game.
Starting at right wing, sophomore winger number 14, Ezra Carlson. Starting at left wing, junior winger number 19, Derek Davidson. And starting at center, senior center number 17, Micah Jernander. And the remainder of the Raiders, head coach by Grant Clafton, assisted by Adam Johnson and Andy Surdich. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Starting as American Legion Post 222 presents our nation's colors, and they have been celebrating and doing this for 51 years. Please join me in saluting and thanking them for their service to our country, our community, and to Blue Jacket Athletics. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hibbing Blue Jacket cheerleader Caroline Rue to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, here we go, Blake. Any last-minute thoughts before we face off here tonight at the big matchup between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm?
Well, it's going to be a fun one. A lot of fans here for tonight's game. It's going to be a pretty full house here tonight, and it should be a fun one as we have more fans filing in here. So, like I said, it's going to be could be an interesting game here tonight in Hibbing.
Right. Certainly, for Hibbing Chisholm, they haven't won a game yet here this year. Key for them is to get the fast start. The Raiders, they've got Trombley and Trebojevic and company out there. They're a fast-moving team as well. So whoever gets the first goal of the game certainly is going to be a big advantage for them here tonight. But it should be fun. And we've got a lot of viewers joining in with us as well. We thank all those people out there watching our live stream here tonight on Up North Hockey.
Yeah, if you want to tell us where you're watching from for tonight's game, feel free to send us a message and tell us where you're watching from, and we'll give you a shout out here on tonight's broadcast.
So Joe Allison and Micah Jernander to get it underway here at the Memorial Building, and the Raiders control the puck here. Is sent into the corner. Shot blast over the top of the net by Jernander there. And now Miller sends it ahead, trying to get it through Jernander. Can't get up to his stick there as Jernander was set up for a breakaway there, and Miller just couldn't feed him. So it was a great chance.
Yeah, right off the opening faceoff. Good chance there for the Raiders, but couldn't pull the trigger on net, and it goes wide.
So again, Jernander and Allison taking the draw here, and Keegan Fink is going to come in and take the draw against Jernander here. And puck is controlled with Miller in front of the net here. Miller Backhands it hand to Carlson. Carlson gets it out to center ice. Freider picks it up for a moment, but the Raiders recover is Davidson. In the corner now is Carlson. Behind the net, Sanborn racing for it, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play here as Drew Cabina lost his helmet there. And we'll get a face-off inside the Blue Jackets zone.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They're a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players in the season ahead and to have fun.
Trombley and Allison taking a draw here, and Trombley controls it here. Back to Trbojevic. Trbojevic back on the point, moves it ahead. He's still got it along the boards there. Fires behind the net. As picked up is Trombley there. Trombley wheeling behind the net, gets it back to Trbojevic. Trbojevic shot right on. Save Vozdecki, first save of the game. And Zimba's going to pick it up for the Blue Jackets here. Zimba fires it, trying to get it to Kemp. As Trbojevic knocked the pass down here. Also on the line for the Raiders is Predovic out there. And here's Carlson. Carlson gets it over to Miller. Miller brings it through center, brings it in Blue Jackets zone. Miller moving in. Miller leaves for Trombley. Trombley with a drive right on. And shot goes off the blocker side of Vozdecki and out of play.
Jason's watching from Canada, watching tonight's broadcast, and also Nikki Hill watching from Mankato, Minnesota.
Sanborn knocks it behind the net here and picked up by Carlson. Freider will control. Freider brings it out to center and dumped in by Donahue. Back to get it is Vozdecki, trying to get it here. Sanborn picks up that loose puck. Flips it back over to Cabina. Cabina fires up to Freider. Freider gets it to Keegan Fink. Fink drives it into the zone. Right. Puck came out loose out front. Kind of a weird carom off the backboards there as Miller recovered it and got control of it here. Here's the Blue Jackets Edmonds controlling it here. His player loses a glove here, and Jernander comes through center ice. Jernander skating in, gets around the D. Jernander moving towards the net, shot right on. And Miller gets the puck behind the net and tries to make a play with it. And here's Jernander. Jernander trying to move it out front here. That's Predovic in front here as the Blue Jackets come through, and big hit put on by Dakota Thonis. Huge hit there. We might see a little physical play here in this game here tonight. Sanborn knocks it around here and held in by Donahue. And Vozdecki is going to make the save as Predovic was skating in here. So far, Blake, the Raiders are dominating play here so far.
Yeah, they've been all over the Blue Jackets here so far. They're winning all the puck battles, and they've had the most puck possession, pretty much all of it here so far in this game.
And in the corner is fight for the puck here. As Predovic picking up that loose puck here. Back to the point. Back to Donahue. Donahue puts a shot in. And fired in by Trbojevic. Thonis and Trombley with a drive right on. Shot right on. Vozdecki makes a point blank save on Trombley's wrist or out front. And behind the net as Donahue fires it over to his Trbojevic. And Trbojevic picks it up here. As Trbojevic will bring it in. Trbojevic skating in here as Davidson was out front of the net here. Trbojevic and Cabina trying to get there before Davidson. Picked up by Carlson, and we're going to get a stoppage of play here. Penalty is coming up. Interference penalty is the call.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth. They offer casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. Well, big power play here for Hibbing. 13-12 remaining here in the first period. Derek Davidson heading to the box, so big opportunity here for the Blue Jackets to, maybe get the first goal in this game.
There's Donahue behind the net now. The Raiders are shorthanded. And Zimba controls. Zimba brings it out. Zimba trying to set it up here. Zimba with our drive right on. I don't know if that hit right or it hit Allison in front, but the Raiders come back the other way. Here's Donahue headed and picked up by Zimba. Zimba moves it over to Cabina. Cabina brings it through center. Cabina fires it in. Here's the Raiders. Trying to dump it out here is Trbojevic behind his own net here. Trbojevic brings it through center ice. He's going to skate it all the way in. Trbojevic, a shot, right? Nice poke check by Vozdecki there. Here comes Casey Kemp back the other way. Kemp now moving it in here. Kemp leaves it over to Ethan Lund. Ethan over to Allison. Over to Zimba, right up front. Zimba drive over the net. Good chance for the Blue Jackets there. Ethan Lund has it as Trbojevic trying to knock it away from him. Ethan Lund moving it behind the net now. Ethan gets it over to Sanborn. Sanborn wheels it back to Lund. Lund over to Zimba. Up to Kemp right in front. Save. Logan Wright. Nice shot by Kemp right there. Low shot on the ice here. Sanborn drive in there. Blue Jackets getting some pressure on this power play. Here's Lund. Gets it over to Zimba. Back over to Lund. Works it back over to Sanborn. Sanborn now gets over to Allison. As the Trbojevic gets control of it, he'll ice the puck here and kill off the final seconds of that power play for the Blue Jackets here. Intercepted by Carlson. Here's Miller with the drive right on. Up and into the corner as the Raiders kill off that penalty kill. Blue Jackets did get 3 shots on goal, though, in that power play. And there's a chance for Predovic. Over in the corner is Donahue. Donahue still with it here. Donahue. Get it over to Davidson and taken away by Zimba. Zimba coming in with numbers with Edmonds. He gets poked off the play by Miller. Good defensive play. Here's Carlson. Gets it over on the other side of Davidson. Davidson skating it back in the Blue Jacket zone. The Raiders will get a line change here. Allison moving the puck around. Brings it through center ice. Allison skates it in. Tries to make a move around Trbojevic. Trbojevic gets taken out or loses an edge there as Donahue sends it up to Thonis. Thonis moving it in here. Thonis in front of the net here. As Lehman gets it and gets it out to center. Trbojevic fires it back in, but not all the way in as Thonis has to get it in. Jernander here now with it. Jernander moving in here. Jernander behind the net here. Jernander trying to make a play here. It gets it over to Trombley. Trombley with a drive right on through traffic. Knocked down there. As Lund comes back here with it. Now here. And loose puck picked up to Thonis. Picked up by Trombley. Trombley making a move now in here. Can't get through the D, that second D there. And there's a shot fired in the corner by Ben. Here's Trbojevic. A shot right on. Thonis kind of set up a nice little screen there in front, but Vozdecki made the big save.
I feel like VTech's playing pretty good so far in this game. Greenway's had a lot of good shots on net there. And then another thing, Hibbing kind of found some life on that power play, and they hope to continue that for the rest of this period.
Yeah, that's the key for the Blue Jackets. They have to get solid goaltending from VTech Vozdecki here tonight. And there's this Groshong. Shots gets knocked down here and picked up by Marshak. Marshak trying to play is Groshong in there. Try to defend. And Marshak gets it in here for the Blue Jackets. Miller will retrieve behind his own net here. Miller moving it through center ice. As Carlson will pick up that puck, and Miller's got it back here. Miller moving it towards the net, over the top of the net, over Vozdecki. Sanborn gets it ahead back over to Marshak. And now picked up by Groshong. Yeah, Zimba has it now. Zimba trying to move it in here as Miller knocked him away. There's a fight for it as Sanborn picks it up here, and now back to Miller. Miller gets it over to Trombley. Trombley trying to send it in for Thonis, and there's a penalty coming up against the Blue Jackets here. So the Raiders are going to get their first power play here with 8:25 left here in period number 1.
A couple other people watching tonight's game. Billy Heidenen over in Alexandria. He's watching the game tonight. C. Lawson, I'm assuming that's Casadante Lawson, watching from Taconite, Minnesota. Then Mandy Kay watching her nephew Dakota for tonight's game.
And Miller gets over to Trebojevic. Miller now with it here. And Allison gets it out here as Trombley skates it back into his own end of the ice here to set it up. Trombley trying to get it up to Jernander, and they're whistled on the offside. So again, Trombley trying to break that guy high here in the zone with Jernander trying to get that odd man rush, and didn't work there, but didn't miss by much.
Yeah, the Blue Jackets better be careful on this power play. We saw it against Orono. Greenway has a very good power play. They went 3 for 6 against Orono. So a decent start. Still a lot of time left on the power play, and they got to kill it here.
Over to Cabina here as Carlson races in there and picked up by Trebojevic now. Trebojevic leaves it to Trombley. Trombley skates it through center ice. Trombley making a move in. Makes it through, score! Ben Trombley! We just talked about that. You got to be careful of the Raiders. And Ben Trombley gets the Raiders on the board first on the power play.
Well, there it is. Ben Trombley, he skated it up. Pretty much carved through a couple of players there. And, just a nice move and a nice shot. And the Greenway Raiders take a 1-0 lead here with 7:45 remaining in the first period.
Trombley from Trebojevic here. Trombley right back in again. Puts a shot over the net there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They're a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun.
Trombley from Trebojevic on the power play, making it 1-0 here at the 9-minute and 15-second mark. And there's Donahue with a shot in, blocked down by the Blue Jackets here as Cabina fires around the corner here, picked up by Trebojevic. Trebojevic gets it to Davidson. Predovic now behind the net here too as well. There's Freider. Is Predovic taking it away here as the host of the Raiders over on that side, taking away the puck, and as Donahue fires it in and out of play. 7:04 left here, period number 1. The Raiders 1, Hibbing Chisholm 0.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth. They offer large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth.
This Cabina fires it in here as Logan Wright will go out there to leave it for... As Zimba gets it, Zimba fires it back in. Miller will pick it up here. Miller over to Donahue. Donahue brings it through center ice, leaving it over for Davidson, and they're offside there. So 6:41 left here. Period number 1, Raiders 1, Hibbing Chisholm 0. Shots on goal, 6-3 in favor of the Raiders.
Well, the Blue Jackets have to find a way to get a goal here. If the Raiders score another one here, it's going to be difficult for the Blue Jackets to come back by 2 goals.
Golzdecki leaves it behind the net here. Groshong gets it over to Miller. As picked up by Allison here. As loose puck is recovered now by Jernander. Kemp now comes away here with it. Kemp gets it to Allison. Allison moves it into the Raiders zone. Allison with it. Fired around by Miller here. It's going to picked up by the Blue Jackets. Lehman. Miller gets it out here as Zimba will recover at center ice. And over to Allison. Allison gets it over to Lund, and Lund can't get a shot away here. Stonis comes back through center ice with it. Intercepted by Lund here. Blue Jackets come back here. Lund moving it in. Lund making a play. Puts it over the top of the net over Logan Wright. He's trying to go upper shelf. But went over the top of the net here. Kemp fires it in the corner. Picked up by Trbojevic. Trbojevic, long pass for Jernander. Trying to break Jernander again there. And just a little bit too far for Micah there.
So I saw Greenway do it again. Christian Miller tried giving it up to Ben Trombley. It got intercepted, but the Blue Jackets got to be careful. They got to be careful with what Greenway's doing. You know, sending that player high and shooting a pass up to them.
There's Donahue. Donahue with it here. No, he moves it through center ice. Fired in by Predovich. Marshak will pick it up here for the Blue Jackets. Picked up by Carlson, back to Trbojevic. Trbojevic trying to get it over as Carlson picks it up here. Carlson moves it in here. Carlson behind the net here is Predovich with it. Gets it over to Carlson. Fight for the puck here is Kabina in there to help out for the Blue Jackets. Trbojevic keeps it in play and keeps it in the zone and fires it over the top of the net here. Carlson. And picked up now by the Blue Jackets. Now it's dumped out by Galley here to Marshak. Marshak comes through center ice. Marshak trying to make a move here as Davidson sends it back into the Blue Jackets zone. Picked up by Zimba. Zimba got it over to Janicic. Janicic fired it in here and picked up by Miller behind his own net here. 4:11 left here. Period number 1. Raiders 1, Hibbing Chisholm 0. And the Raiders are going to get a icing called against them here. Face-off is coming back in to the left side of Logan Wright here. Allison and Trombley to take the draw here. Lehman here with it. Lehman intercepted by Miller. Tries to get to Jernander again. They say he touched the puck here as Allison was it here. And fired in by Trombley. Raiders are got to get, Jernander's got to get back and tag up here. And Thonis now moves it in. Thonis moving towards the net here. Thonis drives it behind the net here. Trying to initially ridden off the play by Zimba. Back over to Miller. Miller with a drive. Rebound, but the Blue Jackets get it out here. Miller keeps it in. Groshong keeps it in here. Knocked down by Kemp. Kemp gets it to Lund. Now Lund and Zimba in there. And nice defensive play by the Raiders. Here's Allison with it. Allison centers it to Lund. Point blank shot right on. Great chance for the Blue Jackets there to tie it at 1. And Logan Wright, huge save. Here's Zimba. As picked up by Allison at center. Allison gets knocked down by Predovich. There's Trbojevic, gets it up to Trombley. Trombley coming around that side. Trombley makes a move, puts it over the top of Vozdecki. Fired in. Carl Davidson with a shot right on. Here's Freider, gets it out here. As Trbojevic has it. Trbojevic over to Donahue, back to Trbojevic. Trbojevic moving it in here. Trbojevic shot right on. Loose out front. Sanborn, nice heads up play. Gets it out of there here. It's picked up by Cabina. Cabina drives it right on Logan Wright. And Logan steers it in the corner here. Has Donahue behind his net now here. Donahue gets it out to center, and I'm going to say nobody touched that one, and goes the length of the ice as Wozdecki leaves it for Zimba. Zimba to Freider, tips it in. Minute 34 left here in period number 1. The Raiders got the 1-0 lead here so far. Here's Lund now. Lund making a move over to Keegan Fink with a drive right on. Another big save by Logan Wright, and there's a penalty coming up here.
Ethan Lund's playing a very good game so far for Hibbing Chisholm. He's had multiple chances, and he's been playing a good game, and he's been very involved in the play, and he's been Hibbing's best player here tonight so far.
Yeah, Ethan Lund looking good out there for the Blue Jackets, certainly, and Blue Jackets, this is a huge power play for them late in the period. Minute 14 left here. Period number 1. Sanborn. Sanborn gets it over to Zimba. Zimba over to Lund. Back to Zimba. Over to Lund. Lund now with it. And Trombley trying to take it away here. Zimba holds it in. Zimba drives it in. Scores! Mitchell Zimba! He's tied this game at 1 apiece. So at the 16:06 mark, the Blue Jackets get on the board with a power play of their own. Huge goal for the Blue Jackets there, Blake.
That's a huge goal. 54 seconds remaining here in the first period. It's tied 1-1. And you know what started that chance there? Mitchell Zimba, he kept it in there. It was right on the blue line. He was able to keep it in. Then he had a good chance, and he buries to get the Blue Jackets on the board.
As Trombley moves it back in. Trombley wheeling around here. Trombley trying to make a move there. Stonis gets it. And sent in. And sent in loose puck. It's picked up by Miller. Miller has it. And the Allison gets it over to Lund. Lund moving back in here with 19 seconds left as Kemp was in offside there. So 17 seconds left here in period number 1. Face off just outside the blue line here for the Blue Jackets. Well, interesting. 2 power play goals in this game, 1 for each team. Setting up a interesting second period coming up here. Still got 17 seconds left though, so as we know from Saturday, it only takes 0.1 second for something to happen.
That's right.
So this is Trbojevic. Gets it up to Jernander. Jernander with a drive, trying to get over to Carlson. Here's Allison back the other way. Allison skating in here. Allison takes a shot, goes into the corner, and that's the end of the period.
Well, that's a huge period for Hibbing Chisholm. They played very good, I thought. At first it looked like it was going to be a Greenway domination with the way they were running down the Blue Jackets, but then they got a power play there. They kind of found their game, and we're tied up at 1 after 1 period of play. So, this could be an interesting hockey game for the final 2 periods here tonight between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm.
And Blake is going to have your scoring summary for period number 1.
So on the power play, Greenway scored first at the 9:15 mark of the first period. Scoring the goal was Ben Trombley. Assist went to Brock Trbojevic. Then Hibbing Chisholm tied it up late in the first period. Time of the goal 16:06. Scoring the goal was number 10, Mitchell Zimba. Assist went to number 7, Ethan Lund, and number 17, Casey Kemp. Once again, 16:06 on the power play for the Blue Jackets. And that's where we stand after 1 period of play. 1-1 between the Raiders and Blue Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. And the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rink Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today. So we'll be back for second period action coming up from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. After 1 period of play, it's the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets 1, the Greenway Raiders 1. Welcome back, everyone, to the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. After one period of play, it's the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets won and the Greenway Raiders won as well. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. And the Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining and a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today.
Well, the Greenway Raiders are back on the ice here. We're just waiting for the Blue Jackets to return. Looks like they're getting ready to leave their locker room as well. While we have a moment here, Blake, I just want to give a shout out to Derek Peterson. He runs the Iron Range Goalie Academy. And we just want to give Derek a shout out for everything that he does with the Iron Range Goalie Academy. And also we thank you for your nice compliments on our broadcast and you watching Up North Hockey as well during the season. So we appreciate that feedback from you, Derek. So we've got a couple minutes left here on the clock, and the Blue Jackets will be returning here.
So a couple other people watching our stream tonight. Laura H. watching from Apple Valley. She's cheering for the Greenway Raiders. Sabrina Anderson watching from Bagley, watching number 22 Dakota Thonis. Nicholas Wright watching from St. Michael. Lynn Anderson watching Cade Predovich. And Betty Trombley watching from Grand Rapids.
Yeah, so a whole bunch of people watching. We appreciate you messaging in. Of course, Mickey Hill, he's watching as well. Always good to see. I haven't seen Mickey. Mickey, I haven't seen you around at all this winter, but hopefully I'll be able to run into you sooner or later. But we appreciate your watching our broadcast here tonight. So the Blue Jackets are back on the ice here, and we're just about ready to go with period number 2.
Well, we got a big period here. Second period just about to get underway, and we have a tie hockey game, so it should be a fun period here in the second.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in the second period with the score not at 1 apiece here. Allison's going to take the draw against Trombley here to get it going here. Period number 2. And period number 2 is underway. Sanborn controls it here, gets it over to Cabina. Cabina trying to get it up to Kemp here and fire it into the Raiders zone, picked up by Miller. Miller now brings it through center ice. Miller brings it in here. Miller driving right towards the net. Save was Decky as he came out here. Miller got knocked off the play here as Trombley puts a shot in, and we get a high sticking is going to be the call. And the face-off inside the Blue Jacket zone. So a couple shots right away early in this period. Blake for the Raiders, but kind of not like in between the, not really in a crease area, kind of off to the side here a little bit. As Trombley wins that draw here, back to Trbojevic. Trbojevic over to Thonis behind the net here, gets it over to Jernetter, and trying to keep it in here is Sent in by Trbojevic. Back on the other side as Miller retrieves it now back into his own end of the ice here. Miller moves it up here. Gets it up to Trombley. Trombley drives it in with a backhand. Back behind the net is Sanborn. This is Trombley with it. Trombley wheeling around. Trombley trying to make a play here is held in by Donahue. Allison gets it over to Kemp. Kemp brings it out here. It's taken down by Trbojevic. This is Donahue now with it here. Gets it to Trbojevic. Trbojevic moving in, trying to make a play around Zimba. Zimba doing a good job defensively there. This stone is taken away by Allison now. Allison moving it through center ice here. Allison into the Raiders zone. Allison and Donahue fighting for that puck here. Yes, helping out is Carlson and Freider. Freider comes away initially with it here and throws them against the boards here. Loose puck now picked up by Jernander. Jernander bringing it through center ice. Jernander dumps it into the corner. And Kabina gets over to Carlson. Carlson now with it here. Behind the net is Kabina. Gets it out here, but not all the way out. Here's Miller intercepts. Miller with it. Miller trying to get it back to Donahue. Miller will keep it. As Kabina picks up that puck. Freider here with it. Along with Carlson. Picked up by, this is Carlson here. Thonis now with it. Thonis drives in here. Carlson with a chance on the second attempt. And Vozdecki's got both of those.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to our players in the season ahead and to have fun.
Ezra Carlson is going to take the draw against Keegan Fink. And Fink is going to get tossed here. And in to take the draw is Marshak. Donahue with it here. Donahue driving. Shot towards the net here. Loose puck in front. Here's Donahue. Donahue skating around. Donahue with a little backhand play. Raiders still have it. Donahue scores! Ty Donahue has put the Raiders back in the lead.
Nice play there by Donahue. You know, the Raiders, right off the faceoff, they got a nice clean draw, and Donahue picked it up, and he just, you know, the first couple shots didn't get by it, but, you know, the Raiders just kept battling, and then, you know, eventually Donahue pokes it in, and the Raiders take a 2-1 lead.
Ty Donahue. He's assisted by number 14, Ezra Carlson, and number 9, Cade Predovich. Donahue from Carlson.
Carlson and Predovich on the assist
38.
for the Raiders. So a big goal for the Raiders here. Coming on with Allison moving it in here. Allison gets it over to Lund. Allison back over to Lund. This puck picked up by Trbojevic. Trbojevic trying to get it over to Thonis. Sent back in by the Blue Jackets, Lehman. Sanborn gets it up to Kemp. Trying to get over to Allison. Picked up by Trombley. Trombley behind his own net here. Trombley gets it over to Miller. Miller back over to Trbojevic. Trbojevic brings it into the Blue Jacket zone. Trbojevic working, trying to get it in front to Predovich. Predovich has it here. Behind the net is Jernander. Jernander trying to send it out front. Predovich here with it. As this is Donahue, gets it over to Jernander. Jernander back to Donahue. Donahue trying to slide it across. Nice play by Ethan Lund there to get it out of the Blue Jacket zone. Trombley now with it here. Trombley gets it ahead to Jernander. Jernander with the drive right on. Save Vozdecki. And a save by Vozdecki there as well, Blake. No rebound given up too as well, so that's huge.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Evelyn. They offer casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game.
As Fink brought it out here, is Freider picking up that loose puck here. And getting over is Zimba. Zimba at center, gets over to Kabina. Kabina drives it in. Behind the net is Donahue. Donahue gets it over to Predovic. Carlson. As Edmonds fires the puck into the corner, it's picked up, loose puck picked up by Zimba down here. Zimba has it. Zimba wheeling around the zone. Zimba trying to make a play back in the defensive slot. Team slides into the forward slot, gets it over to Freider. Freider looking behind the net now here. Gets it over to Edmonds. Edmonds drive right on. Goes into the corner. Blue Jackets had a nice screen set up there. And fired out of the Raiders zone. And icing is the call.
Talking about Vozdecki, like you mentioned earlier, yeah, I think he's been doing a better job tonight of controlling those rebounds. That's been a big issue for him this year. The glove's still been a little iffy for him. He hasn't been very good with the glove, but he's been doing a better job with the rebounds here tonight.
And this is Stonis, carries it through center. As this Stonis drives it in here, it's picked up by Kabina. Kabina gets it out here as Trbojevic picks it up here. Trbojevic over to Jernander. Jernander skating through. Jernander puts a shot, goes wide of the net. Held in by Thonis. Jernander meets Allison with a big hit there. As the two players collided. And here's Miller. Miller with a drive, goes wide of the net. Another chance for the Raiders there. Going wide of the net here as Jernander has it fighting for the puck, is dumped out by Lund here. And that's going to be nice on the Blue Jackets. So 10:52 left here in period number 2. The Greenway Raiders 2, Hibbing Chisholm 1.
Looking at the Greenway bench, they look really tired. They only have about 6 players on the bench. And if you look at the Hibbing bench, they should be well rested. They have a lot more players on the bench, so that could be an advantage for them. And they gotta run them down with the advantage of number of players on the bench.
And this is Fink here, and Zimba over to Freider, up to Fink. Fink fires it in here. Trbojevic will try to retrieve in the corner here. Comes away with it. Trbojevic gets it to Davidson. Over to Donahue. Donahue fires it in. Zdecki out there, lets it go around the boards here. Zimba will pick this up here. Over to Freider. Freider trying to get it out here. Donahue sent it back in. Greenway checks up here. As Edmonds works it in here for the Raiders. Leaves it over to Freider. Freider with loose puck in front. Nice chance for Allison there. Just couldn't get there in time. Here back to Zimba. Zimba with the drive. Loose puck in front. Here's Allison trying to move around with the play here. Allison gets it over to Freider. Freider shoots. Oh, what a save. Logan Wright. Wow, Freider had a great chance there. Had a little bit of an opening. And then all of a sudden, Logan Wright slides over and makes that big save on Blake Freider.
Yeah, they had multiple chances there, and that was the biggest chance for the Blue Jackets there. But nice glove save there by Logan Wright, and he shuts down Blake Freider there.
And they're sent in by the Blue Jackets. And behind the net here's Trbojevic here. Sorry, some of my equipment dropped and I lost concentration there for a moment. And here's Lund. Lund gets it to Kemp. Kemp races in all by himself. Kemp shot. Logan Wright save. Well, big save for Logan Wright there as Casey Kemp came racing in on him. He got around Miller on the other side.
Yeah, he had a good chance there, but unfortunately for Kemp and the Blue Jackets, he couldn't get a very good shot off there, and it was a pretty easy save for goaltender Logan Wright.
As Trombley dumps it out here, as Kemp fires it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Behind the net, Logan leaves it for Christian Miller. Miller trying to get over to Thonis. This is Zimba now with it here. Zimba works it over on the other side. Is sent in by Lehman here. Picked up by Trbojevic. Trbojevic trying to get it to Trombley. Recovered by Lund. Loose puck. Picked up now back to Lund. Here's the Lund moves it in here. Allison. They keep it in a corner here. Is Kemp behind the net here. Gets to it first. Miller picks it up. Over to Predovic. Predovic moves it through center ice. Predovic driving in here. Defended by Zimba. Zimba makes a nice play. Zimba has it. Zimba skating around to Allison. Over to Allison. And now here's a race for the puck with Kemp and Trbojevic. Kemp has got that one. It's Casey Kemp. And over to Zimba with a shot right over the top of the net here. 7:51 left here, period number 2. Greenway 2, Hibbing Chisholm 1. Jernander moves it through center ice. Jernander sends it in here as Kabina will get it. Kabina gets it to Freider. Up to Fink. Fink here with it along the boards here. Fink driving behind the net here. Fink trying to center it. Back to the point to Sanborn. Sanborn. Shot goes wide of the net. Loose puck in front. He scores! That puck came off the boards. Loose puck in front, and the Blue Jackets put it home. We'll have to see who they get the goal to here. Not sure if it was Blake Freider, but we'll get the official call here as the Blue Jackets tying the game here with 7:23 left here in period number 2. But that puck came off that back board again. Loose puck in front. Blue Jackets made the Raiders pay for it there.
Yeah, here we go again. Tie game here. Blue Jackets come back and tie it up. And Sanborn, with Sanborn being out, that was a big loss for the Blue Jackets. And now he's back for Hibbing Chisholm, which is it's really good for this team.
All right, so Matt Edmonds gets a goal from Blake Freider and Eric Sanborn. So huge goal for the Blue Jackets, tying it up here at 2 apiece. 6:42 left here, period number 2. It's been a good one here in Hibbing. Here's over to Lund. Lund trying to make a play. What a nice defensive play by Predovic. As Davidson trying to keep it going here. It's Carlson. And Kabina takes out his player, but he's going to get called for an interference probably here.
Yeah, what you mentioned there, that was almost identical from the game on Saturday. They shot it from behind the net, trickles, off the pad of Logan Wright, it goes in. So, big goal there for Hibbing Chisholm, and I was talking about this a little bit. Eric Sanborn, he's been out all season so far, and it's big to have him back. He's one of the better defenders for this Hibbing Chisholm team.
And there's Miller. This is sent in by Trombley to Jernander. Big power play for the Raiders here. Jernander wheels it over to Miller. Miller over to Trombley. Trombley moving in. Trombley trying to take a shot here. As picked up by Allison, gets it out here for the Blue Jackets. Fires at the length of the ice, and Logan Wright will leave it for Christian Miller. Minute 22 left here on that power play for the Raiders. This is Trombley now with it. Trombley moving in here. It's over to Miller. Loose puck in front. As Trombley trying to put that one home. Trombley gets it over to Trebojevic. Back to Miller. Miller with a drive right on. Huge save, Vozdecki. And another rebound. Not given up by Vozdecki. So huge save there.
Yeah, another big save. And, you know, it's always tough defending a shot from Christian Miller. When he shoots the puck, it's like a bullet. It's so fast and so hard. And he puts nice low shots on, and you got to credit Vozdecki there. He controlled the rebound, and, you know, he made the save.
There's Freider behind the net as Miller will pick it up here. Jernander gets it over to Trebojevic. Held in by Trombley. This is Miller. Gets into the corner. Here's back to Miller again. Carlson gets it back to Trombley. Trombley over to Trebojevic. Trebojevic trying to make a drive in. Loose puck in front. Trombley will get it. Over to Miller. Miller with another drive on. Another save, Vozdecki. Another huge save.
And there's a nice defensive play by Mitchell Zimba there. Greenway could have got a nice shot off there in the slot, but Zimba bent down and, you know, blocked the shot. So that was another nice defensive play for the Blue Jackets, and then another nice save by goaltender Vozdecki.
And this is Miller now with it here. Miller gets it over to Jernander. Loose puck in front. Just off the pad of Vozdecki there here. Trombley trying to get it over to Trebojevic. Trebojevic ridden off the play by Sanborn. Nice defensive play there. This is Trebojevic. Gets over to Miller. The Blue Jackets are back at full strength here. As Miller has it. Over Trebojevic. Trebojevic drive right on. Loose puck in front, and Carlson was right out there to try to get that loose puck away, but Vozdecki made a big save there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. And now, power play over for Greenway. You got to credit the Hibbing Chisholm penalty killers and goaltender Vozdecki for killing that huge penalty kill, and it could have, you know, it was a huge power play for Greenway as well. So you got to credit the defenders for Hibbing.
This is Donahue. He keeps it in. Donahue fires behind the net. Is picked up by Keegan Fink now. Fink gets it to Edmonds. Edmonds has the second goal for the Blue Jackets here tonight. Edmonds with a shot right on. Logan Wright with the save there.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth. They offer large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today.
And it is Donahue. Kept in by Cabina here. Cabina fires right on. Loose puck in front. Freider hits a net. Hits a pipe. Freider with another chance. Freider behind the net comes out. Logan Wright, big save. Wow, Freider, 2 huge chances. He's actually had 3 huge chances here tonight. Earlier in the period, he had that big chance, and Logan Wright got back into position. And there he had 2 chances to score. And Logan Wright make 2 huge saves on Blake Freider. Sanborn, or Cabina, fires it in.
Yeah, he's had multiple chances here tonight, and oh my, Hibbing Chisholm has come to play here, and, you know, Greenway should be worried. They're playing with them, and, you know, 3:28 remaining here in the second period, still tied at 2 apiece.
And this is fired in by Lund, and Logan Wright makes another save here. Over to Zimba, goes over to Kemp. Kemp sends it over to London. The Raiders bring it out here is now with Miller and all with it. Miller gets it up to Jernander. Jernander skating in! Huge save by Vitek Vozdecki. Wow. What a save.
Well, Vozdecki comes up big again on that breakaway for Junander. Makes a very nice save. And, you know, he's keeping the Blue Jackets in this game tied at 2 apiece. You know, he's made some phenomenal saves tonight for the Blue Jackets.
Well, they needed a solid game from Vitek Vozdecki. They're getting it here so far tonight. He's robbing Micah Junander there. Trombley helped to take the draw against Allison. This has been a fun one, folks, here for the Memorial Building in Hibbing. This is Kabina. Gets it up to Allison. Over to Lund. Lund brings it through center ice. Lund skating in. Lund trying to get it around to Trebojevic. Skates around behind net. Loose puck sent out here. Zimba's got it. Zimba gets it in the corner. As a fight between Kemp and Miller there for that loose puck, and they're going to whistle a dead here. Face-off is going to come to the left side of Logan Wright. 2:33 left here, period number 2. All tied up at 2 apiece between Hibbing, Chisholm and Greenway. This is Zimba. Zimba moves in. Shot out front. Loose puck picked up by Trombley. Zimba, another nice play. Zimba's had a great game here for the Blue Jackets tonight as well. Gets it over to Kabina as he's met by Thonis. Takes his guy out here. As Trombley keeps it in here. Keeps it going. Trombley making a move around. Gets it over to Thonis. Thonis can't get a shot away. Partially blocked by Fink there. Fink, nice defensive play. Goes off his skate. And the Raiders get it back in here now with Trombley. Taking in the boards here. There's a hit, and the Blue Jackets are going to get a power play coming up here. Interference penalty coming up against the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders are really starting to get frustrated here. And, you know, the game's starting to get a little more physical. But, you know, frustration setting in for the Raiders. 1:40 remaining here in the second period. And we're tied up at 2. And a big power play here for the Blue Jackets. We'll see if they can take their first lead of the game here on this power play.
Yeah, it certainly is a big power play kind of up here for the Blue Jackets. Golden opportunity here. This is Carlson. He'll fire it out for the Raiders. Vozdecki out there. As racing in was very fast Davidson. Here's Allison now with it. Allison at center ice. It's Carlson trying to defend him. Behind the net now is Allison now with it here. Gets it to Zimba. Back on the point. Back over to Sanborn. Sanborn now with it here. Sanborn trying to work it into Allison. And sent out by the Raiders to Royevich. Back to get it is Zimba. As Lund leaves it for Kemp. Kemp brings it through center ice. Kemp driving in. Kemp trying to get behind a D. Just can't get around the last player, Donahue there. Kemp now still with it here as Lund has it. Less than a minute here in period number 2. Oh, loose puck in front, and the Raiders come away with it here. This is Davidson. Davidson gets around Zimba. Davidson still with the puck. Zimba centers it for Carlson. Kind of a weird angle shot there, and Vozdecki had to make the quick heads-up save there. Here's Lund coming back the other way. Lund making a move on. Lund takes a shot. And held in by Kabina for the Blue Jackets here. 3 seconds left here, period number 2. Over to Kabina. And that'll do it here for period number 2. So we're all tied up at 2 apiece. We ended up period number 1, 1-1. Period number 2, 2-2. It's a barn burner at the Memorial Building.
Well, we have a ball game here, 2-2 after 2 periods of play. If you have any friends or family that like high school hockey, and especially Iron Range high school hockey, You better call them up right now and tell them that we're all tied up at 2 after 2 periods of play here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena between the Greenway Raiders and the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Here's your second period scoring summary. Greenway took a 2-1 lead at the 2:38 mark of the second period. Scoring the goal was number 11, Ty Donahue. Assist went to number 14, Ezra Carlson, and number 9, Cade Predovich. Then Hibbing Chisholm tied it up once again at 2 apiece. Scoring the goal was number 24, Matt Edmonds. Assist went to number 11, Blake Freider, and number 6, Eric Sanborn. And that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. 2-2 between the Greenway Raiders and the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. The Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. It's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today. So, Randy, any last thoughts before we go for the second intermission?
Well, again, that was another fun period. Fun first period, fun second period. Setting the table for at least 17 minutes of hockey left here at the Memorial Building.
Yeah, and it was kind of like the first period, too, for Greenway. They started the period working Hibbing Chisholm. Then they get that goal, of course. But then Hibbing Chisholm came right back, and I would say they actually might have dominated, controlled most play, at least in the second half of that period. You know, they were putting a lot of pressure on the Raiders there in the second half of the second period.
Yeah, I thought so too, that the Blue Jackets played the better of the two teams in that second half of that second period, especially late in that period. The Blue Jackets just seemed they get that momentum, get that second goal to tie it up here at 2 apiece, and then they just keep it going. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun one here, period number 3 coming up here.
So, yeah, we'll be back for the final period of play. We'll have at least one more period to play here tonight. So we'll be back for that. Coming up here from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. Welcome back, everyone, to the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. 2-2 after 2 periods of play. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. And the Rick Sports Grill in Evelyn offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. It's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn, Minnesota. Check them out today.
Well, the Raiders are back on the ice, Blake. Goals on the game here tonight. Ben Trombley getting the first goal for the Raiders, and then the Mitch Zimba ties it up here in the first period. Both of those were power play goals. And then in the second period, Ty Donahue putting the Raiders back up 2-1. And then the Blue Jackets would come back here and tie it up here with Matt Edmonds getting that tying goal to tie it here at 2-apiece. And the Blue Jackets are returning to the ice here and will be ready for period number 3 shortly. Well, it certainly has been worth the price of admissions for these fans here tonight.
Yeah, and we have a lot of fans here, you know. Rivalry game between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm. They always get decent crowds, and it's going to be a heck of a finish here tonight at the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena.
The second half of the school song for the Blue Jackets is underway here, and then we'll be ready to go with period number 3. Of course, don't forget, tomorrow night we will make the trek to Thief River Falls to the Ralph Engelstad Arena. We'll have Thief River Falls hosting the Rogers Royals. That is tomorrow night, and that is an early start, 6 p.m. face-off from Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. So please don't forget to tune in to that one. And we are getting ready to go. Here's the cheerleaders come off the ice for both teams, and we have at least 17 minutes left here at the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. This is Allison out to take the draw against Ben Trombley. Joey Allison and Ben Trombley. And period number 3 is underway. Blue Jackets control here as Sanborn has it. Sanborn gets over to Kemp. Picked up and fired in by Trebojevic. This is Sanborn behind his own net here with Jernander, trying to ride him off the play. Over to Zimba. Raiders back to full strength here. This is Trebojevic. Trebojevic sends a shot in. Loose puck out front as Jernander gets it over to Miller. Miller puts a shot on Vozdecki, save in the corner. Picked up by Pretovic. Over to Trombley. Trombley, Allison defending on the play there. This is Zimba now here with it. Zimba behind his own net here. Picked up by Pretovic. He shoots and big save. Or I'm sorry, that was Trombley with a shot on goal. And big save by Vozdecki there on Trombley. There's Allison trying to take it away here. Loose puck. Lehman over to Lund. Blue Jackets putting on some pressure now here. Lund with a shot right on. Pretovic picks up that loose puck and skates it into the Blue Jackets zone. Met by Lehman. Kabina has it behind his own net. Kabina gets it to Fink. Back over to Kabina. Drew brings it through center ice. Drew takes a shot right on. Logan with the save.
the Blue Jackets need to be careful. I'm sure Grant Clapton had a lot to say in between the second and third period. So, I think the Raiders are going to come to play here in the third period. But, we just saw a couple shots by the Blue Jackets as well. So, both teams playing pretty decent here so far in this period.
Yeah, boys, both teams seem poised to be ready to do battle here in period number 3. Here it is in the corner. It's picked up by Fink. Fink trying to get over to Freider, intercepted by Trebojevic. Trebojevic brings it through center. Trebojevic back in, dumps it on Vozdecki. Loose puck picked up by Zimba. Zimba now brings it the other way. Zimba skating around. Zimba trying to get over to Freider. Zimba still has it here. Zimba with a shot right on. Freider chance out front, but defended by the Raiders as they got it out of there. Allison turns it back the other way. Nice play by Joe Allison. As Trebojevic gets it to Thonis. To Carlson. Here's Ethan Lund back in his own end of the ice here. Leaves it over as Thonis takes it away here. As Kabina lost that puck there. There's Trombley, fires it in the corner here. Behind it is Sanborn. This is Trombley now. Leaves it to Thonis. Thonis sends it in front of the net. Jernander has it. Back to Donahue. Donahue sends a shot in. Gets blocked down, Donahue. Trying to get over to Miller. Oh, Keegan Fink almost stole that one away for a breakaway. Now there's Lund. Lund gets taken down by Donahue. There's this Keegan Fink. To Ellison, he shoots right on. Save, Logan Wright. And wow, great chance for Ellison there. And huge power play coming up here for the Blue Jackets.
So yeah, one thing, huge chance there for Allison as the ref had his hand up for the delayed penalty. What a nice shot on there. Nice save by Logan Wright. And now a big chance here for the Blue Jackets to take their first lead of the night. Power play here with 13:45 remaining here in regulation. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to our players on the season ahead. Have fun. Rick Sports Grill in Evelyn offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites on the menu. That's the Rink in Evelyn.
Miller, Carlson, over to Davidson. Davidson. As Lund will retrieve it here. Lund brings it through center ice as Allison. Allison skating it in behind the net. And dumped by Davidson. Vozdecki steers it aside. Yes, kind of squirts out of that corner. Vozdecki had to be heads up on that play. There's Kemp here with it. Kemp driving through center. Kemp trying to make a move, trying to split the D. Trying to help out was Allison in there. Allison now with it, wheeling around. Blue Jackets looking to capitalize on this power play. The Raiders dump it the length of the ice, and Vozdecki leave it for Sanborn as Trombley skating in there all by himself, trying to make a play here. Sanborn wheels it over to Zimba. Zimba trying to feed it to London. Fired out by Davidson. This is Miller now with it here. Loose puck taken away with Kemp. He tries to slide it through Logan Wright there. Nice chance for Casey Kemp, and Logan had to make a big save there.
Yeah, that was a very nice play by Kemp. He lifted the stick and took the puck away. Got a shot off there, so another nice chance there for the Blue Jackets. 32 seconds remaining on their power play. We'll see if they can, create some more chances and maybe put one by goaltender Wright.
Keegan Fink and Micah Jernander taking the draw here. Sanborn sends it behind the net as Freider. Here pokes it out as Trebojevic will send it around. through center and down the length of the ice here. Zimba will retrieve. Sanborn has it. Sanborn gets it over to Zimba. Raiders doing a good job on this penalty kill here. And sent in. Both teams are back at full strength. The Raiders, Donahue back on the ice.
Shots on goal now, 25-24 in favor of the Blue Jackets. So we don't just have a tie hockey game here. I believe the Blue Jackets have been playing very well tonight. They've come to play, and we're still tied at 2 with 11:42 remaining here in regulation.
Yeah, head coach Justin Tomberlin, of course, a graduate of Greenway High School. As his Blue Jackets playing well here tonight. As Fink put a shot just wide of the net there. Chance, and the puck, the net is off its moorings. Get a face-off coming up here.
Wow, another nice chance there for Kemp. Couldn't get it on net, but if he could have got that shot on net, there was a good chance of it going in, but he missed just wide. So, you know, another nice chance there for Casey Kemp of the Blue Jackets.
And Allison is going to take a draw against Trombley. 11:32 left here. Period number 3. We are all tied up at 2 apiece. And a great game here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena here tonight. It's been a fun one. There's loose puck and picked up by Jernander. Jernander now driving in here. Skabina rides him off the play. Picked up by Zimba. Zimba moving ahead. Zimba with some speed here. Trying to get around here. Gets it over to Allison. Nice play by Predovich here. Come back to Jernander, back the other way. Jernander driving through. Jernander! Shot. Loose puck. Miller drives wide of the net. Trombley the other side. Loose puck in front. Can't get to it as he was trying to get that second opportunity to come back to his stick here. Blue Jackets get it out here. Miller gets it over to Trombley. Trombley drives it in. Trombley! Shot blocked down by Sanborn. Donahue back over to Miller. Sends it to Trombley. Nice little move there. Nice block play. I think Sanborn got a piece of that one. And now along the near side boards here. Yeah, it's coming away. It's Predovich here. Back to Donahue. And now Ethan Lund. It's a foot race with Lund and Trebojevic. Lund trying to make a move. Loose puck in front. And wow. Jonas just takes out Allison. And there's going to be a penalty come up against the Raiders there. Wow. What a series of events there, Blake.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden Greenway just started putting all kinds of shots on, all kinds of pressure, and then they weren't paying attention to the back end, and I believe it was Ethan Lund. He picked it up in the neutral zone, had a nice chance there, and now Jonas, he comes in and he hits the player Allison pretty hard, so he's going to go to the box for 2 minutes. Another power play here for the Blue Jackets, and another opportunity to take a lead here in this third period.
Lund's going to take the draw against Carlson here. Huge power play opportunity for the Blue Jackets here. Zimba gets it over to Sanborn. And now this Sanborn with it here gets it over to Lund. And dumped out by Davidson. He'll get it out here. Zimba will get back his own end of the ice here to pick it up. But Carlson races in there. Davidson in there trying to make a play. And Ethan Lund. Raiders playing aggressive on this penalty kill here. This is Sanborn. Pressured by Carlson. There's Zimba. Stolen away by Davidson. And fired back in, and this is going to be an icing. So that will drive your head coach nuts. It's an icing.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They're a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to our players on the season ahead and to have fun.
So 9:21 left here, period number 3. We're all squared at 2. Between Hibbing, Chisholm, and Greenway. And all back behind the net is Zimba will pick it up and surveying this last minute of this power play for the Blue Jackets. Here's Lund. Lund is taken away by Trombley. Trombley working on 1-on-3 now. Trombley fires into Cabina. Nice defensive play. Miller puts a shot blocked down. Zimba comes away with it. Zimba moves it to Lund. Lund over to Zimba. Zimba with a shot right on. Save. Logan Wright. Huge save. Sanborn keeps it in. This is Lund. Now taken away by Miller. Here comes the Raiders back is Trombley. Trombley working against Zimba. Zimba comes away with it. Zimba now with it here. As Trombley falls down to the ice here. I think he got taken out there. And Jernander gets it out here for the Raiders. Sanborn back to get it here. 2 seconds left here, and the Raiders are back at full strength here. So 8 minutes to go here, period number 3. This is Donahue. Donahue gets it over to Trebojevic. Trebojevic over to Donahue. Back to Trebojevic. Trebojevic with a drive right on. Trebojevic will get that puck in the behind the net there. Picked up by Miller. He sends Thonis sends a shot. Goes through the crease and picked up by Fink. Fink fires it in for the Blue Jackets. And picked up by Carlson. Carlson now moving it in here. Carlson backhands it in the zone. And behind the net here. Loose puck in front. Has it sent through the crease area again. Wow. That was the Raiders almost got one there. That came from the corner, kind of went through the crease. I'm not sure exact. Vozdecki didn't see that there.
Well, yeah, he tried covering it, but he couldn't cover it, and then the Raiders took it away. Yeah, they almost scored there. That was a big chance, but luckily for the Blue Jackets, they couldn't bury there.
And there's Trombley. There's a Miller with a drive. Hard shot. Goes wide of the net here. Miller another shot here. This is Jernander. Jernander shot in. And there is a chance for Predovic and another big save by Vozdecki.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Rink Sports Grill in Evelyn. They offer 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. They offer large and small group seating with meeting areas available. That's the Rink Sports Grill in Evelyn.
Trombley and Allison taking that draw here, and Blue Jackets control here. Zimba. This is Allison now with it. Allison gets it to Kemp. Kemp now with it here. Kemp leaves it for Cabina. Cabina gets ahead to Lund. Lund over to Allison. Allison over to Fink. Fink with a drive! And a huge save, Logan Wright.
Yeah, that was Casey Kemp there with the shot for the Blue Jackets, and another chance for them. It was a nice setup by Ethan Lund there, and I believe might have been Zimba or Allison, but they set that up really nice. Shot on there by Casey Kemp, but he couldn't bury.
Yeah, great chance for Casey Kemp there, and Logan Wright and Vozdecki, Vitek Vozdecki, both playing incredible here tonight, making huge saves for their teams here tonight. There's Trbojevic over to Davidson. Davidson drives in. Davidson now with it behind the net. Davidson leaves it over to Thonis. Thonis has had a nice game here for the Raiders as well. Here's Fink over to Freider. Freider dumps it out, and it's going to be an icing against the Blue Jackets here. 6:03 left here, period number 3. 2-2 our score.
Things are getting really tense here in the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Blue Jackets still looking for their first win. If they can pull through tonight, it would be their first win over a
quality team in Greenway. So, it's going to be a heck of a finish here tonight in Hibbing.
And there's a shot right on by Thonis. And Vozdecki, another key save for the Blue Jackets here, Blake.
Yeah,
both goaltenders, like I said just a minute ago, both goaltenders playing incredible here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Wright's made some fabulous saves too. Like, if he didn't make some of those saves, it could have been a dominating game for the Blue Jackets if Logan Wright didn't make some of those saves.
And now this penalty is coming up against the Blue Jackets here. We got 5:42 left here. Huge power play coming up here for the Raiders, Blake.
Yeah, looks like, not sure which player it was, but Sanborn tripped someone up, and he's going to head to the box for the Blue Jackets. I was looking over at the bench. Coach Tomberlin was not happy with that. He threw his clipboard. So, not a good penalty to take there. 5:42 remaining here in the third period, and, Blue Jackets need to kill off this penalty as we have a timeout called by Grant Clafton of the Greenway Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all players in the season ahead and to have fun. And tonight's game is also brought to you by the Rake Sports Grill in Eveleth. They offer casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. Rake Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rake Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rake Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today. So Grant Clafton taking a timeout here. Greenway power play coming out. And, you know how dangerous the Greenway power play is. So, Grant Clafton drawing something up probably and, trying to get that lead back. Here with 5:42 remaining in regulation. Still 2-2 between the Greenway Raiders and Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Should be a heck of a finish here tonight.
Yeah, this has been such a fun game here tonight. These two teams putting on a show here for the crowd. Not only here, but the crowd watching our live stream here on Up North Hockey here. As Miller heads it over to to Trombley. Sorry, Trombley put a shot wider than that here. This is Jernander. Jernander over to Carlson. Carlson gets it over to Miller. Miller now with it back to Carlson there. Carlson taken out by Zimba. Zimba firing around, comes out of all the way down to the other end of the ice. Logan Wright out there, leave it for Ben Trombley. Trombley will skate ahead to get it to Trebojevic. Trebojevic. Knocks it in the corners. Jernander has it. Jernander has it over to Trombley. Over to Carlson. Carlson back to Trombley. To Miller. Miller skated in and leaves it for Trombley. Out front! Goes over the top of the net. Has a great chance for Brock Trebojevic to put the Raiders ahead 3-2 here. Here's Trombley. Trombley leaves it to Jernander. Over to Trebojevic. Back over to Miller. 35 seconds left on that power play for the Raiders. This is Trebojevic. Over to Trombley. Over to Miller. Over to Trebojevic! Big save, Vozdecki. And there's Jernander. He can't get wood on it here. Allison can't get it out here. Allison does on the second attempt. Logan Wright makes a save. 3:53 left here. 10 seconds left. Here is Trebojevic. Fires in the corner. Picked up by Donahue. Donahue has it. Donahue wheeling around. Donahue gets it back to Trombley. Trombley to Donahue. Donahue sends a pass through the crease area. Blue Jackets have it. Kreider has it. Kreider still has it. And now picked up by Trombley. Here comes the Raiders back the other way as Trombley wheels it around. Leaves it for Miller. Loose puck picked up by Fink. Fink over to Kreider. And this is Trebojevic. Gets it back to Miller. Sends it up to Trombley. Trombley brings it through center ice. Trombley dumps it back in here. Got 3 minutes left here, period number 3 in regulation. There's a drive by Trebojevic. Huge save by Casey Kemp, and he's going off the ice, it looks like. Well, no, he's going to stay out there, toughing it out. Good job, Casey. As it is picked up by Lehman. Lehman with a chance in. Lehman shot on goal. Wow, Trevor Lehman almost becomes the hero for the Blue Jackets as Logan Wright makes a huge save in front.
Oh, what a good job by Casey Kemp there blocking that shot. It looked like he got beat up pretty badly from that shot, but you got to credit him for blocking the shot and then staying out there and finishing his shift till the Blue Jackets got it out of the zone.
Right, exactly. I mean, Casey Kemp working his butt off and staying on the ice, and he's had a nice game for the Blue Jackets as well here. This is Freider. Freider now trying to make a play here. Right off the play by Miller. Here's Cabina. Loose puck for Fink. Oh, Fink almost becomes a hero. Here comes Miller back the other way. This has been such a fun game. Miller, he's ridden off by Cabina. Miller keeps that puck. And there's a shot goes wide of the net here by Donahue. We've got minute 58 left here in period number 3 of regulation here. This is Miller. Miller gets it to Donahue. Taken away by Fink. And now Thonis will get control of it. Thonis brings it through center ice. Thonis gets it to Donahue. Donahue skating it in. Donahue gets it over on the other side to Jernander. He drives it and save Vozdecki. Wow.
The Blue Jackets need to get out of this period, and get into overtime. They're really getting worked here with a minute 29 remaining in regulation. So they just gotta, get it out. That's all they gotta do. Just shoot it out every time they get it, and try to get to overtime.
This is Trebojevic. He sends it in. He gets it back. Trebojevic trying to make a play. Nice play by Zimba there to knock it off. Here's Allison trying to get control of that puck. Trebojevic sends it through center, but picked up by the Blue Jackets. They come back the other ways. Casey Kemp leaves it to Zimba in front! Oh! Zimba had a chance to be the hero for the Blue Jackets there. And there's less than a minute left here in period number 3. Will we see overtime tonight? That is the question. Thonis has it. Here's Fink. Over to Allison. Back to Fink in front. Oh, Fink couldn't get the shot away there. Great chance by Allison to Fink. Or Casey Kemp, I'm sorry. It was Casey Kemp. Oh, man. Okay, this is Zimba. Tips it here. Thonis sends it back in here. Sorry, Casey Kemp. Oh, there's Trombley. Over to Thonis. He puts a shot backhander. Trombley in front. Trombley's going to get another chance. Trombley puts a shot into the corner. Miller has it. He keeps it in here. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds left. Trombley with the shot towards the net. Goes wide of the net here. 2 seconds left. That's it. We're going to overtime. What a game.
Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. We're heading to overtime here.
Wow. Okay, so we got a 3-minute intermission and then an 8-minute sudden death overtime.
Saves in the third period for Vozdecki and the Blue Jackets, with a regulation total of 26.
So Vozdecki has 26 saves on the game here tonight for the Blue Jackets. And Logan Wright with 27 saves for the Raiders. So both goaltenders have played fabulous here tonight, making some huge saves. And this has been such a fun game here tonight, Blake.
Yeah, that's obviously been the key for both teams here tonight. Vozdecki, we knew he had to play a solid game here tonight if the Blue Jackets wanted to stay with the Raiders, but it's been the same story for Logan Wright. If he didn't make some of those saves, this game would be done with. Hibbing Chisholm would have won the game.
Right, the Blue Jackets had multiple chances at the end of that third period. Some chances in front and good chances down on the other end for the Raiders as well. Swarming both teams swarming the net, and both goaltenders living up to the challenge here tonight, putting on a good show for this crowd here in the Hibbing Chisholm or the Hibbing Memorial Arena and across our live stream on Up North Hockey. Again, we want to thank all of our viewers out there for joining us tonight and throughout the 2019-2020 season here in Up North Hockey. Again, we want to thank our two sponsors, Minnesota Twist Drill and the Rink Sports Grill, for their season-long commitment to Up North Hockey.
Looking at some other scores around high school hockey, Moorhead defeated Rogers in a Section 8 AA battle 5-1. Champlain Park defeated Burnsville 1-0. Blaine and Maple Grove, the Bengals defeated the Crimson 4-1 over at Fogarty Arena, so that's a huge win for the Bengals there. 5-2, Minnetonka over Wayzata. That game's in progress. Minnetonka's been playing a lot better here in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, Minnetonka's starting to put things together for them, and certainly a huge win for Blaine over Maple Grove here tonight, Blake. So we are just seconds away from our sudden death overtime. It is an 8-minute overtime period. Those of you Blue Jackets taking some last-minute instructions from assistant coach Adam Schaefer. Grant Clapton is giving his directions to his players. We're ready to go here. Overtime is underway at the Memorial Building. Here is Zimba now. Zimba gets it to Lund. Lund trying to make a move. Lund takes a shot. Loose puck in front as Allison tries to make a play. Great chance for the Blue Jackets there. Wow. Jernander back the other way. Jernander, huge defensive play by Drew Cabina. He's played a solid game. Back up to Kemp. This is Casey Kemp skating in. Shoots! Logan Wright save. Wow. Logan Wright on Casey Kemp's drive. What a play set up there for Casey.
Another player stepping up for Hibbing tonight. Casey Kemp. Other players, Joe Allison, Ethan Lund playing a good game, and I think Mitchell Zimba's played the best out of all of them tonight. He's been playing just a solid game for the Blue Jackets tonight.
And there's driven wide of the net by Zimba. And now Blue Jackets trying to keep it in. Here comes out to center. There's Zimba. Has it. Here's Trombley. Over to Miller. Back to Trebojevic. Trebojevic sent it in here. Shot right on Vozdecki. Vozdecki's going to steer it in the corner here. 7:07 left here in the overtime session. Here's Miller. This is Trombley now with it here. Trombley. Trying to get it out here as Cabina picks it up here. Cabina over to Fink. Casey Kemp comes in with it. Casey Kemp and Allison has it here. As the Trebojevic comes back the other way with Thonis. Trombley with a drive into the corner. And there's Allison. Allison now with it here. Allison trying to get it over to Casey Kemp. Front, Trebojevic intercepts and tries to get it out here. Sent in the corner. Thonis has it. Yeah, picked up by Donahue now. Sent in by Cabina. Back behind the net is Trebojevic to get it here. Trebojevic trying to send a long pass to Carlson. Carlson will skate it in all by himself here. Thonis comes in to help out now. Thonis picks it up here. Thonis behind the net. Throws it up front. Loose puck in front. Carlson. This is Freider now with it. Freider. And Carlson battling for it here. Carlson and Freider doing battle in the corner. Freider comes away with it here. Freider gets it up to Keegan Fink. Fink loses an edge there. Here's Donahue coming back the other way. Stolen back away by Edmonds. Picked up by Miller. Miller back the other way here. Miller skating it in. Miller with a drive goes wide of the net here. There's Predovich. Predovich shot right on. Goes wide of the net here. Jernander trying to skate to that loose puck here is picked up by Zimba. Zimba, long pass over to Freider. He could have almost got that one here as Trbojevic picks up that loose puck here. We've got 5:06 left here in the overtime session. This is Trbojevic. Trbojevic driving in. Shot, save. Vitek Vozdecki. Wow, he has had a great game for the Blue Jackets tonight. And the same can be said by Logan Wright, but right there, Vitek, huge save.
Yep, another glove save there by Vitek Vozdecki. And, any save is huge in overtime, so nice save there by Vitek.
I hope his parents back home are watching this, or if they're not watching it, hopefully they can watch the replay, because your son Vitek has played a great game here tonight. And this is Allison. Intercepted for the moment by Cabina. Allison, and this is Lund here now. Lund with it. Over to Kemp. Kemp gets it over to Allison. Allison back to Kemp. Kemp and Allison and Donahue and Trombley working for that loose puck here. Up against the mesh and picked up by Donahue. Donahue sends it out here. Donahue will skate it through. Predovich picks up that loose puck. Predovich trying to move in. Here's Trombley. Trombley drive goes wide of the net. Huge chance for the Raiders. Here's Jernander blocked down by Sanborn. And the Raiders have it. Here's Jernander. Centers it for Trombley. Predovich scores! Kate Predovich, the winner in overtime. Whoa! What a game! That's got to be his first varsity goal. It has to be. Maybe not, but his first varsity goal. Wow!
I'm sure it probably was.
One of the coaches came out from the Greenway bench. Wow!
His assistant number 8, Matt Trombley, and number 17, Micah Jernander. From Trombley.
That's got to be his first goal. First varsity goal. To start the season, he was mostly playing JV, I'm pretty sure. Then, they started getting some injuries, Greenway. And then, that's his first goal for sure. And a huge one, the overtime winner in a thrilling game over the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. 3-2 in favor of the Greenway Raiders here tonight.
Wow, what a game. What a hockey game that was here tonight. The Blue Jackets play coming in here 0-8, and they played their hearts out here against a very good Greenway Raiders team. Raiders come away with the overtime victory, but hats off to the Blue Jackets. They played a heck of a game here tonight, and the Raiders, of course, congratulations to them on a big Section 7A victory in overtime. And that was wow, that was a fun one.
Well, Hibbing Chisholm did get the victory here tonight. They still remain winless, but I thought they played a very good game here tonight. It's a positive for them moving forward. I thought, it was a complete effort here tonight, and unfortunately for them, they didn't get the victory. But hats off to the Greenway Raiders for finishing it off, too, with 12 players on the bench. So they've had some injuries as well, and they've had some other players stepping up, including the game winner, or the game-winning goal scorer, Cade Predovich, getting that game-winning goal. So different players stepping up for the Greenway Raiders here tonight. And here's your overtime summary. So like we said, scoring the goal was number 9, Cade Predovich. Assist went to number 8, Ben Trombley, and number 17, Micah Jernander.
And time of that goal was 4:13 of the overtime period. And that's the final score here tonight. 3-2, the Greenway Raiders over the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets.
And the final goaltender saves in the game for Logan Wright of the Greenway Raiders. He had 28 saves. And on the other side, Vitek Vozdecki, 31 saves. So, tell you what, hats off to both goaltenders tonight. Vitek Vozdecki of the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets and Logan Wright, Greenway Raiders. Both played phenomenal goal tonight. I mean, they made every save. They made so many huge saves during the game that could have gone one way or the other for either team, and both teams just the goaltenders just putting on a show here for the crowd here tonight, and it was just such a incredible effort by both Logan Wright and Vitek Vozdecki.
Obviously, we could give the player of the game to Logan Wright. He played a very good game, but we got to give it to Cade Predovich, who had 1 goal and 1 assist, including the game-winning goal here tonight for the Greenway Raiders. So player of the game with his first career varsity goal, I believe, too. Cade Predovich.
Yeah, we'll have to confirm that, but I believe it was, because they came out to get the puck. So we'll certainly confirm that. So watch our Twitter and Instagram pages as we will post the player of the game and try to get a picture with Cade after the game here tonight. But yeah, heck of an effort by the Blue Jackets. They did everything they could to win this game, go into overtime against the Raiders, and that was again just an incredible game here tonight. That was a fun one to do here tonight, Blake.
And before we go, here's a word from our sponsors, Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm. They are a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to our players on the season ahead and to have fun. And the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rink Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth, Minnesota. Check them out today. So, Randy, any last thoughts from tonight's game? Just a fun game, thrilling ending for the Greenway Raiders as they get the 3-2 victory over the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, I mean, again, just a fun game. Both teams playing a heck of a game tonight. Blue Jackets trying to get their first win of the year, and they take the Raiders to overtime. The Raiders get the overtime win, thrilling fashion, with Cade Predovich getting his first career varsity goal to end that game here at the 4:13 mark of that overtime session. Yeah, definitely was one for the ages here tonight at the Hibbing Memorial Arena, a classic Iron Range Conference battle between the Greenway Raiders and the Hibbing Chisholm. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be in Thief River Falls, as we'll have the Thief River Falls Prowlers hosting the Rogers Royals. Blake will have your play-by-play call tomorrow night from Ralph Engelstad Arena. So that's going to be a fun one. We're looking forward to that broadcast tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, we'll see if it could top tonight's game. Obviously not a rivalry game, and both teams in different classes and different sections. So, it should be a fun one, though. I mean, seeing 2 teams we haven't seen so far this year, Rogers, an up-and-coming program. They're getting a lot better now. And Thief River Falls, always a quality program, and they're still, a pretty good single-A team this year as well. So, it should be a fun one, and it should be a fun one for us to do a game there from the very nice Ralph Engelstad Arena, a.k.a. the Mini Ralph, in Thief River Falls. So, for Randy, I'm Blake. We thank you for joining us for this classic Section 7A and Iron Range Conference matchup between the Greenway Raiders and Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Final score tonight, it's the Greenway Raiders 3, the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets 2, the final score in overtime. So make sure to join us for our next broadcast tomorrow night from Thief River Falls for Rogers and Thief River Falls. Good night, everyone.